For starters, the new facility has everything from soccer balls, nets, and plenty of skillful players on the pitch. But what makes this unique?
When you get by the exits, you can still smell the hay from the hayloft.
It's an old horse barn.
When I saw the space, I knew what could be done. I knew the possibilities. It was just a matter of figuring out the right partnership.
You can even see the old heaters.
That's where Brad Leonard and his Rigoku Soccer Academy came into play. The group's main focus is affordable education and soccer. They've been operating the teaching side of the program at a local metro church. For the soccer side, they've never had an indoor soccer facility to call home. 2, 3. Until now.
If they want to be on that World Cup team in a few years, then Kansas City, we need to be able to have the resources and support to back them up.
One of those Goku kids who has their feet set on the World Cup pitch, Ruben Garcia Flores.
One day I want to be able to retire and be able to say, wow, I was one of those great players like Pirlo, Messi, Ronaldo.
And where it all started, right here, on a pitch in a pretty unique place.
Usually, like as a club, you have to rent like areas to play and practice and improve. And with this like new facility, we don't have to do that. We can just come here and it's ours, and we can do really whatever we like with it.
Reporting in Kansas City, I'm Greg Payne for KCTV5 News.
Look at this enormous penguin.
They come by car, they come by air.
I see penguins.
They're big and small and everywhere.
Penguins.
More such creatures than you could possibly count. How many penguins?
Millions.
Millions?
So I'd say about around 100 maybe.
This one now has a butt crack going the wrong direction that I need to sew on.
That's the penguin master, who lost one today to the wind. He has the precise penguin tally.
So now we only have 224. I'm sorry.
Paul Craig started the front yard display at his house in Olathe as a practical joke on his wife. Surprise, he said. Well, long story why that was, but it was 15 years ago and with just a handful of these flightless birds.
It just kind of exponentially grew every year till it kind of took on a life of its own.
I think I like it. It has a whole bunch of penguins and other stuff.
It's more than a display. It's a maze-like stroll through a mass of Antarctic inflatables.
I love going through stuff like this, and I'm 39 years old.
It also has a makeshift snow machine.
The kids especially love the fake snow and just running through the maze of it all.
It's known as
Polly's Penguin Playground.
It attracts newbies,
Just kind of stumbled across it, and I couldn't pass it up.
regulars,
It's a family tradition.
and neighbors who've known Paulie since way before penguins popped into the picture.
I've known him since I was 9. He's a big kid at heart, and he's always keeping us laughing.
In 2007, the Craigs started collecting donations for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. By the end of last year, they were up to a grand total of $55,000.
It's a good cause, and kids get a kick out of it. There's always something new.
Hard to say what new inflatables the Craigs will squeeze in next year, but Paulie already knows one thing he plans to change.
This might not have been the best place to put a 20-foot inflatable. So next year's design may be a little bit different.
In Olathe,
This is fantastic.
Betsy Webster, KCTV5 News.
They say this place is haunted, filled with the bodies of those I've buried.
The spooky spirits creep all around this Olathe home on Halloween.
It's a day when it's okay for you to be anything you want to be. Spider and web, 2 victims there.
A holiday Steve Wells prepares for all year.
We'll start like in March or so with the ideas and draw it out, and everybody agrees. We'll kick around ideas and get all that ironed out, and then just start building.
Building this large display featuring skeletons and monsters in front of his home, and
Let's go inside. We're going to walk through the spider tunnel.
to provide just a little scare, but mainly smiles to the young kids' faces.
As long as we can, we plan on continuing to do it. It's fun. It's a release. It's therapeutic for us. Maud and Claude on vacation.
Wells has been in an ongoing battle with cancer for 20 years, but despite tough work involved in putting the display up each year, it's the kids' smiles and enjoyment that makes him realize this display is something he needs.
It does help with the stress relief of not only the cancer treatments and the down things that brings, but just in general life. It's fun, it's relaxing. So it doesn't really seem like it's a lot of work.
And that's why he plans to keep the scares coming as long as he can. Reporting in Olathe,
I've seen the spirits of the dead.
I'm Greg Payne for KCTV 5 News.
Run. Good pull.
It may not be tackled, but this flag football league comes with plenty of aggression.
There you go.
Attitude, athleticism, and achievement.
You all just did something phenomenal today that nobody has done in the state of Missouri.
A coach from University of St. Mary fired up the girls.
Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand.
After watching from the sidelines for students to recruit for her women's college flag football team.
4 scholarships, yes ma'am. If you're not here and you don't hear those fans out there supporting them, I just get chills just thinking about it because I've been in football a long time.
Split them.
They even had a former chief taking in the action.
I think they're going to want to play tackle pretty soon because they were getting at it. And this pep squad or whatever, I mean, I don't know what it is. I'm ready for football.
Run.
All 4 North Kansas City School District high schools easily filled their roster limit of 20 players per team. Some played for fun growing up.
It's the most exciting thing that's ever went on in my life, and I had some pretty exciting things going on.
Others just started learning after years in other sports.
Man, this is amazing. I'm so grateful to be able to play in this. Like everybody has been saying, we're like making history right now, and man, it's such a blessing to be able to play in this.
So many little girls are looking up to you today for the things that you just did on that field.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and if I can go and play the rest of my life, that's what I'm going to do. I'm excited about it.
100+ people lined Mill Creek Park today to spread a message with their signs and their stories.
A big part of today is elevating trans voices.
Trans rights are human rights!
To show people on the fence the faces of those affected.
Leave my family alone and just let us be in peace. It doesn't matter what we're like. Just let us be us, you know?
It's personal for her and her brother because
they're my moms.
And one of their moms is transgender.
She's very kind and she likes being a female like she is right now.
Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey's emergency rule would require years-long waiting periods and psychotherapy before doctors can prescribe hormone treatments, among other things. Getting support from people passing by is powerful, but not nearly as powerful as this.
Being a part of a family is probably the most happy thing right now. And having a family to love.
This evening, staff were busy with test runs, a mandated 50 passes per ride without passengers before people start piling in on opening day.
You're going to see a lot of new theming in different areas. You're going to see a couple new restaurants.
But let's stop monkeying around, right? We need to get to what everyone in the newsroom is going bonkers over. Or should I say, going ape. It's the return of the Zambezi Zinger. It's such a big deal, they even have a gift shop for it, where you can get yourself a safari hat and, you know, the 5th or 6th tumbler that you don't really need. The wood steel hybrid roller coaster is still under construction, so you'll have to wait a month or so to strap in for a childhood nostalgia trip on the slightly revised 21st century version.
It's reimagined. Some of your favorite elements of the ride are back, so that spiral lift hill, that mid-course tunnel, and then of course the tight turns on the original Zambezi Zinger will be back in the reimagined Zambezi Zinger.
This year is the 50th anniversary for Worlds of Fun, and a few original rides are still running after all that time. Like the Scrambler, the Flying Dutchman, and the Viking Voyager. This year also comes with a few retirements.
Monsoon is going to be retired, and also Falcon's Flight, and then a couple of the Snoopy rides.
Gone but not forgotten, a museum is set to open next month in honor of some of those laid to rest.
Like the Orient Express, the Shush Boomer.
You have actual artifacts?
We have artifacts. We have so many artifacts. We have guest memories that are going to be put up in the museum. It's going to be fun for people of all ages.
All right, so giddy up, you guys. They open at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. A few pointers. You can get discounted tickets if you buy online in advance. And just be aware, it's only for weekends at this point. They don't go all week long until Memorial Day weekend. At Worlds of Fun, Betsy Webster, KCTV 5 News.